And here we are, everyone, back again with more Legend of Keepers. After I defeated a champion, I believe, was the previous episode. It's been a day and a half on my end here. So, everything looking good though. I think we've been very successful in this run, and I hope we can continue this style. So, I love training my monsters. If I have to spend money, I want to upgrade monsters usually. The engineer would be the second priority here. Merchant is buying new things, but you get new level 1 things. That's not really what we need. We need more power in the creatures that we already are fielding, right? So I did a bad here, and those that know the game will know what I mean, but I'll explain it, I suppose. When you go to the trainer, you'll note that all of the creatures that are here are in the trainer right now. These two over here are not, right? If you look here, 12 creatures. And you can only have those 12 creatures in the trainer. So before you go to the trainer, what I'm getting at is you should put the creatures that you want to train into the rooms, because then they'll appear there. And I wanted to upgrade my rare creature, right? So bump. Unfortunate. But, I mean, we can still spend our money here. It's not a problem. It's just sad that we don't get to upgrade the rare creature. It's so powerful. It's also more expensive, so back and forth. We would like to field some level 3 creatures at some point. I've been using the Amaru quite a bit, so this upgrades the air attack, its speed, air defense, and ice. At this point, we really gotta look, especially at level 3, like what do we get out of it? Am I getting stuff that I really need? This is not the biggest upgrade, except I am using this attack quite a bit. And so it's almost as good as leveling up the power, which is really important. Speed can also be nice, but it's already high, and it's unlikely that the 10 extra here will matter a whole lot. Galahad, the armor, upgrades the attacks. 20 extra health is quite nice, and since he's already specialized in armor, upgrading that is really good. The extra air and ice defense here covers his weaknesses up a bit. That's nice. Here 10, 20 health, quite a big improvement for him, and the bleed attack is increased, which is not something I'm super focused on. Here the passive will be upgraded for you, and you get more power, and you get more health, and you get more armor. Look at this guy. That is an upgrade that we are interested in. I wish I could... oh no, I wish I could see what the next level of this creature is. Amazing. We can. Such a clutch inclusion to this game. I can't even, like, it's still hard for me to, as you just saw, it's kind of hard for me to grasp that this is an option now. Enchantress only. Ooh, okay. Stuff like this. Engineer only, slaveholder only. Okay. Where is that creature? There's several pages here. So it's this one, level 1. We have it at level 2 if we upgrade it. The solar blessing. Okay, it just goes from 20 to 30 on the defensive lunar blessing thing, which is really nice. So yeah, and extra damage on his attacks. So that is good, and more health and more armor, all the things. What about that other one that I was looking at then? Which one was it? The Amaru. What is that upgrade that we're getting on you? From level 2 to level 3. Lots of extra air damage. 14 extra. I think I'm getting this one upgraded. It would be nice if this screen was more accessible. We have to click quite a few buttons and wait for a little animation just to get there. But it's fine. Train you. I know he's low on motivation. It's fine. This is a nice upgrade to the Time Watcher, which I really like. He does air damage exclusively and does slow, and we both combo with slow and air. I think this is an easy pick. And then I'm going to save the rest of the money, but then I'm not, because this Amaru is just an upgrade range, and this is such a good upgrade for you. We use the Amaurus all the time. Okay. It means, I have said it before, I think going low on gold, like under 200, can ban us from doing certain events, and it's gonna happen now? No. A monster has been caught with an adult magazine depicting humans. Will you turn a blind eye to this obvious case of anthropophilia, or will you confiscate this to take a look at it for science? Of course, for science, yeah. Now we will confiscate it and make a monster cry, and then we will get tears. Can't even compare that to getting a bit of motivation. Of course, this costs money, and it's a really good thing to spend your money on. It'll send one of your creatures on a course to, I think, gain 2 levels for a massive discount. So too bad that I didn't save my money again. Could have looked ahead in the weeks, and we should have, as always. What do we have here? I can spend blood to gain motivation on all of my creatures, and we're getting to the point in the game where that is worth a lot. Like, that's 12 creatures getting 1 motivation for 15 blood. I think that's worth it. Alchemists can turn blood into tears and so on and so forth. We don't have enough blood now that I just did the other thing, so back into the event. And a young man manages to sneak up to you and threaten you with a rusty blade. His face streaked with angry tears, he seeks to avenge his family, tortured and devoured before his eyes. You can gently pat him on the shoulder and show him the exit, amuse yourself with his suffering, or offer him as a gift to your employees. We will take the tears that are hard to come by, and then have a look at what we can do here. Ooh, there's a new thing. Now I know we have some viewers that are watching a playthrough of Legend of Keepers for the first time, so here's a new thing that we haven't seen in this playthrough yet, which is the resting room. That is a bad thing for us. The disaster room is one where we get to throw like an extra spell at them. The resting room will either heal them, remove debuffs, or restore morale to the heroes. It's an extra room that appears and does this, and so that significantly increases the difficulty of the game. Trust me on that one. That gets, like, the fact that the heroes will heal maybe for like 25% of their health, all of them, big deal. Depends on where the room appears and stuff like that, and if it's morale and we're doing HP damage, then we don't care. We can. This is why it's nice to have a balanced build where we can do either morale or normal damage, so that if they are healing a lot, we can do morale damage instead and still win, hopefully. If we get an artifact, and I'm not super interested in that, so the frozen caves over here, we get the most gold and a trap. We have not that many traps, or we can get another monster. I mean, there's nothing wrong with getting the 5th artifact, but I don't think this is worth the risk, the difficulty 4 compared to an easy win over here. And then we will get some more money. Yeah. Alright, we definitely want to shuffle the fresh guys in. Remove you, remove you. Room 2, room 2. And we are getting to the point where we could do a full-on morale build. Morale. So we have 4 morale dealers here. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, nice. Yes. I think I want to shuffle another morale dealer to the front room here. Could be the Jubuko Keldon. This one gets better if they are already really low on morale. Kind of like the Naga, you want those kinds of things in the second room. So let me shuffle back and say maybe the Hasaki is the one we want in the back room there. And in the front room, I mean. And we can move probably you. Do we have another armor unit? We do. We have a real armor. Alright, so Hasagi. Remove. You go to room 2. You go to room 1. Like that. And we might rest another monster just because we have that opportunity right now. I think we are so on top of it. Especially in this. So, because it's a lower level amount of... Oh, not amount. Lower level adventurers. And this guy has that full motivation though. So there's no reason to not employ them. Which means I could shuffle out someone else. Like... Now I'm getting a bit cocky maybe, but let's go like this. Having all of these creatures rested and ready for future adventure runs, right? Invasions. Alright, let's do the thing. There's a lot of talking here, but now we'll get to some action. We've got a sorceress incoming, doing air damage to the front. Replacing a penalty. She cannot be demoralized. Okay, so maybe we are not doing morale. Oh, and there's a new hero back here that I haven't seen before. The Virtuoso. Oh, this would be the next hero, Bard, I think. Interesting. Yeah, so he's got like an axe guitar. Very interesting. It is definitely the Bard. Okay, cool. Physical damage to everyone and bleeding. Applying dodge to the hero with the lowest life percent. Gains shell at the start of each fight. That's annoying. That's a really nice passive for him. Damn. And you ignore the first attack. Do ice damage in areas. We have 2 area attacks. And he will shuffle my monsters. Okay. We're not really doing demoralized as a... This is a debuff. We can still take away her morale with just pure morale attacks. I don't see why we couldn't do morale damage here. Let's see. Air to the front. So 15, 35, 50 air resistance here. Alright. But they also do physical and ice. So she will take massive physical damage. Can we do better than that? And you here are better, yes, in general. Physical and ice resistance in a combo. That's you. Psycho imp with 50 health. You're just not worth fielding. Get good. But we might still do it here specifically because then I'm fielding a less important monster against heroes that we can beat. Right? So it would be like this. Good chance that one of these two will go to the front. Well, one of these two will go to the front. That's how I should phrase that. We do an area physical, which I think is fine-ish. Or morale. Lunar Blessing will not be the best for us. In fact, we might want to go fire. I don't think I want to field any of the other creatures though. This is just a no-go. You could live against even with the ice damage there, so not impossible for Galahad to shine, but I think I like this. Low commitment in the imps, I mean. And we have our room here first. Our new improved room, which does morale damage if I want. Good to get that early, perfect. It might be that it has to come early if I'm lucky, so that this will always be in effect. I think though that it will get shuffled, I'm not sure. Or fire damage to the back, which is not ideal, but we might just go for the morale here. Okay, let's see if we can scare them all off. Are we doing any debuffs here that is worth reactivating with the Pandora's box? Not really, so let's go Polar portal. Oh, they have a lot of ice resistance, so it'll be electrical coil. And he has negative air resistance, so that's perfect. Then Pandora's box, I think. But maybe that doesn't really make sense. But for the morale... And the ice will do very little. Well, he's ice weak, but still. The focus could be on taking him out through the polar portal. That is a thing compared to the 20 morale loss, which is something, but not a lot. And there will be no penalties, I think. Oh, well, that might be the bounty here, if anything. Oh, and the air... the air weakness will carry over then, all the way to the fight in room 2. Do it. Yes, I think that's fine. Okay, so in going with the morale, that would be you. Again, on the front line is nice for you with a high air. And we'll go Naga and Jupoko. Let's see if I can make this work. I'm kind of interested to see if we can, in fact, play around. Now, this one does demoralize, and combos offer demoralization, so that's not so good for the sorcerers. But I think we'll get around it. I think, though, that I will put the Keldon as the tank up front then. Or it could be the Naga. No, it's got high health too. Oh, not that much. Okay. And lower air resistance. So boom, boom, boom. Yeah, because his morale attack is kind of crazy. He'll be taking them out from the back line one at a time. I think we got this one in the bag. Food, indeed. So, allergenic pollen. Good start. There's the shuffle. And that hurts. She still gets the pocket mirror bonus even though she got shuffled. So that applies before. Makes sense, I just didn't really know. Yeah, we will go for the Murderous Madness. And here it'll have to be the Lunar Beam. Gotta set that up. Not the greatest idea, maybe, this morale thing. So far, so bad. Didn't really accomplish much here. Oh, she had another turn, but then, yeah. Then she died. Yeah, it'll be the Flaming Mark. Going Lunar Blessing with these two that do a combo with that. It's very dangerous, and I might regret. Oh, they both got the dodge? No, he had the dodge carried over from the previous fight, really? Oh, shit. Yeah, this will bounce. Morale damage to the back there. I am regretting everything. Well, we'll get him off the field, I think. Down goes the Naga. Area demoralized or area just plain morale. We'll still do the demoralized first. Oh, he doesn't get a second turn. So this is going to do 15 morale damage. 10 and then 5 to these two. So a total of 30. This will do 22 to each of them, which is more morale overall. Wow. Hopefully he gets a turn there. Oh, he did not. That's not good. Oh, I'm still wounded. Uh-oh. And I cannot take out the backline because he has dodge available. Ice damage, which he's weak to, so we would kill him next turn if I do that. I think I gotta take him out. Oh, we are not winning this. Oh wow, I threw the game. Huh. I was so confident. Well.
Looks like the treasure management department is going to need a budget increase.
Mm-hmm. Well. I forgot that the difficulty spikes significantly after the first champion fight, I think. Well. We gained some experience at least. Okay. Yeah, we should definitely do another run here.
Let's rock and roll.
So then we don't get to the next mission here. Goddamn. Alright. Talents. Master gaining power is still one of my favorites here. Frost Whirlwind applies tiredness. Skewering applies additional bleeding stacks. Okay. Leading into grants flaming mark. More a chance to apply vulnerable. Okay. Celestial Betrayal activates a random blessing if no blessing are active. Oh, okay, so you could use it to activate a blessing. Monsters have a chance to gain enhanced armor when activating Solar Blessing. So we want to do more Solar Blessing, really. But we're not doing that with this one, because we start, at least, with Lunar Blessing. So that's kind of interesting. Oh, we can get some Lunar Blessing combo up here, then. Get gold gain when a spirit kills a hero. Nice. Spirit regenerates maximum life when they kill a hero. It just happens so rarely. I think the master power is too good to overlook. Let me redo that again. Oh, that doesn't allow me to get this up here? Really? But like this then. Spirits regenerate 15% of their maximum life when they kill a hero. Or getting something out of the Lunar Blessing when we activate it. Has a 20% chance to gain 1 enhanced resist. That's really nothing. Solar Blessing also increases monsters' fire resistance and armor. Oh. That's cool. Yeah, and same up here. Lots of cool traits. Takes a bit of a grind to get there. I'm not satisfied with that, honestly. I want the master power. It's too good. And then this route. We'll try to get some Solar Blessing going. I didn't really focus on that before, but now I'll try to remember. Okay. I say we just dive back in and make it a continued run here. Veterans at the beginning. Always, I think you want to spike your run as much as you can from the first fight. It should be doable, always. And I think the setup is fine. Might want to go a Maru room 2 like before here and set up for the Lunar Blessing. I like that idea. And we have Ice Disciple punching Ice Front. Applies elemental weakness when attacking. Oof, and that's nasty if he does an area attack. Yikes. Fire to the front and air to the back. Okay. Gaining morale back. And I think we will just... I'll try to not focus on morale at all this time. I think that was a mistake. I was trying to force it, and it's not the troll's thing. He doesn't focus on that. So, no more of that. And that should help us out quite a bit. Just focusing on the things that we're good at. So the polar portal goes here. Let's see. Fire and ice to the front, air to the back. Air, that's you. So like this. Fire and ice, that's you. Perfect. And then like that. Not a lot of options in the first invasion, of course. Air in the back, fire and ice front. Okay, so we're gonna lose in the Maru most likely, but let's see what we can do. Yep. Are we activating the lunar blessing? This guy is physical weak, you know, so if I hit him with the sanguination, he will take a lot of damage. And the lunar beam will buff these two guys as attacks, so I think I also screwed myself before by helping them out with that. Not super keen on repeating that mistake, so we'll do it like this. I like the system of blessings. It really encourages you to think about what you're doing with your turns and with your monsters. Like, should we activate the blessing, boost the heroes too? It's not like a no-brainer always activate. Air to him. Yeah, we're just focusing him, I guess. He didn't remove any of the debuffs. Interesting. He takes most from the fire. Yeah, focus him down. Okay. Sanguination on him again. She survived that, nice. But now he will give frostbite to everyone, right? And then she dies before she gets her turn, I think. Well, maybe not. He is already dead. This is 20, 15, 10, and then 5. So that's 50 damage. Which means he's not necessarily dead already, but I don't have to hit him. He will die. Well, no, I think... Oh, even the Lunar Blessing then will be enough to push him over the edge. Yes. And then we take one of those units that benefited from the Lunar Blessing off the field, so I think it's fine. Oh, okay, she... Yeah, we can make it so that he doesn't gain a turn, I suppose. That's fine. Yeah. I don't think my Super Capra gets another turn regardless. Oh, it does with 1 HP. What a boss. Yeah, you're physical weak. Bleed has always been one of my favorite builds in this game. Ever since I really got into it. But we can't really do bleed from the beginning of this run, and so we will have to sort of gauge ongoing whether I can turn into it. But regardless, the thing about most of the debuffs like frostbite and fire, they are protected by resistances. Same with poison. Also, they'll be negated by resistance if they have it, and armor and stuff like that. But no, not for armor, because the bleeding, which is the physical debuff, does not have a reduction. It always does what it says it would do, the fire damage. It cannot be like negated by resistances or anything. So if you just stack a ton of bleed, it gets completely out of control. It's super cool. And this one will do more if it is the last standing enemy, and it is. I think we can get away with killing him before he kills anyone here. The slow will reduce his damage, even though we do very little damage with this one compared to the other one. Reducing his damage output should help me stay in the game. Not that we needed it, clearly. Murder! Good stuff. And we get a spirit. Nice. So we would like to get Solar Blessing active if we can. No. Then there's the... This one is cool. We didn't see it in the previous playthrough, but here it can either activate Lunar Blessing, or the other attack does air damage and then performs this same attack for one time for each blessing switch done during a dungeon, which also counts the first activation of Lunar Blessing or Solar Blessing. I've seen this guy do 4 and 5 attacks. So let's focus on that from the beginning, just switching the blessings. Sounds cool. I don't know if it counts if we are all like activating the same blessing again. This is something that we will have to test out. If I already have the Lunar Blessing and cast Lunar Blessing again, will that count for his switching? That I don't think it will, like on the wording itself, but maybe. We'll have to at least try it out. Anyway, that is where we will end off this episode. Sad that we died, but I mean, it's nice to see that the game is still difficult despite being early on in the campaign, and that's cool. See you guys soon, tomorrow, with another episode, and bye-bye.